Hello, YouTube. We're back with another Lord of the Rings Online guide. This was a guide requested a long time ago and been waiting to do it for when Moria came out. But today we're going to be discussing legendary items and kind of like the best way to, I guess, upgrade them would be the best way to put it. So to start, in order to, of course, unlock your legendary, you need to do the Walls of Moria intro, so to speak, which I think can be started at 45 technically. 45 or 47. And then after that, you'll do a couple of quests, and the quest will bring you to this room here, where they'll teach you about the traceries for your class, the heralds, the word of craft, and the words of power, all that good stuff. But how does your legendary actually work? So when you first get your legendary, actually, let's talk to this person first. So, whoops. Let's say I am actually, better example, let's be a captain. So when you first get your legendary, you have 2 word of mastery slots, and you have a word of craft. So and then as you level, and I believe it's at level 53 and 56, you then acquire essentially more slots in your legendary. So there's now there's an extra tracery, there's the word of craft, a word of power, and a heraldry tracery. So this is what you'll have. You can essentially get 2 class traceries, 1 craft tracery, 1 herald tracery, and 1 power tracery. But of course, that's for 2 different weapons. So yeah, 56, your weapon will be fully upgradable, and what happens is at 53, you can reforge your item, which will give you the extra slot, and at 56, you can do your legendaries again, and it'll give you the final slot for 60. That's what the cap will be for the level 60 level cap of Moria. Now, how do you level up your traceries? So let's just hover over my staff skill 1 for now. It shows a minimum level for it and a maximum level. That is your character level. So at level 45, you can use this tracery, and at level 95, this tracery will no longer be effective. It will be essentially disabled. You can still have it on you, it's just the effect that it gives. So in this example, staff strike damage and finesse goes away. So if I'm level 96, I lose that staff strike damage and that finesse rating. The enhancement level 125, is the maximum level that the tracery itself can be. So right now, for Moria, the enhancement level caps at level 60. I don't remember the level caps as the level increases, but essentially what that means is that this specific tracery cannot go above a tracery level, we'll call it, of higher than 126. So let's say I go to, so if I go to like a level, because we have level 50 traceries, let's go to a level 86 one, which would be kind of the next time you could upgrade your traceries. Now it says enhancement level of 200, and you'll stick with this tracery until level 105. So then at level 106, or I guess 101, you can get new traceries, which then goes to 115, and enhancement level 299, and so on and so forth. So that's how that works. How do you level them? You will get these different enhancement runes. So if I drag this over, I don't think I can level anything up because it's capped, but essentially these, I don't know what to call it, yellow ones, common quality enhancement runes, will increase the tracery by 1 level. So all you would do is you take the tracery, you drag it, or the enhancement rune, and you drag it over the tracery that you want to level. If they're able to be enhanced or their rating increased, they'll kind of like shine or sparkle to just say that this is able to be increased. Then there's purple enhancement runes, which increase the level by 2. So if this was level 50 instead of 60, this one would increase it from 50 to 51. This one would increase it from 50 to 52. Blue would go from 50 to 53. And then I think there's gold level ones, which would go, of course, by 4 levels, 50 to 54. I think, yeah, there's more there, but I think that's for a different level cap, so we won't mention it. Where do you earn these enhancement runes? So majority of the time, these enhancement runes are earned in dungeons as random drops. They're earned from random quests that you would do throughout Moria, and they're also available in the legendary items reward track. This is new to the Angmar and Mordor servers, as they weren't available when the level cap was 50 because we didn't have legendary items. So now with the level cap being level 60, this is now unlocked. This track unlocks for you when a character reaches level 45 or higher. At level 45 or higher, all quests, all mobs that you kill, in some circumstances, deeds, essentially everything you do gives you X amount of legendary item reward track experience, and you'll start earning experience to claim these rewards. So it doesn't show you an exact value, but essentially after I complete one more quest, I'll be able to claim this reward, which is a purple enhancement rune. There's traceries on here. There's ancient scripts that we can talk about, and there's also like random cosmetic items and pets and all that kind of stuff. But this reward track is account wide. So any character you have can start earning or contributing experience to this reward track, but you can only claim the reward once per account. So you can earn experience on all your characters, but only one character can earn or claim the rewards. But anyone can claim it. It's just only one character. You can only claim it once, I should say. The character or alts have to be level 45 before they can start contributing to the experience to earn or claim the rewards. But just like how it took level 45 to unlock the track, the character needs to be level 45 to contribute to the track. Let's quickly talk about the scripts first, because we brought them up. Ancient scripts are essentially the main currency used to buy traceries, words of power, everything, including additional legendary items. So, for example, if we go back to Captain, Captain can tank, DPS, and heal. So there could be, especially in these earlier level caps or lower level caps, you may want multiple weapons because you do tanking and DPS. So you're going to want a blue weapon and a red weapon, and a blue banner and a red banner. So you're going to want multiple weapons, which is kind of annoying because some classes don't need multiples, or maybe you're a player that only wants to tank, so then you don't need others, so that's fine. But for a lot of classes and a lot of people, like, oh, this is annoying, I need to level up multiple weapons. And it is. I acknowledge that. It sucks, but it is what it is. So you use them to buy weapons, you use them to buy traceries. There's different quality of traceries. So there's yellow, there's purple, there's blue, and there's gold. As the quality increases, the amount of scripts you need also increases quite drastically. Generally speaking, purple or blue is fine. Yellow is okay, and you're going to use it on a majority of your weapons at the start, and that's okay. But if you're running low on scripts, I would honestly just skip this and just go for the blue, for purple. Because just as an example here, it's a 1% increase on critical chance, but a 2% increase on critical magnitude, and then going from blue, it's another 1 and 2%. They're going to have a little bit of different values depending on, like this Burning Embers damage, for example, a 3% increase, 3% increase, 3% increase. So that starts adding up as you go higher in quality. So in most cases, I would say you can ignore these yellow ones. And for the most part, you're going to earn purples quite quickly because of the legendary reward track. The book quest that you get in Moria will give enhancement runes, but they'll also give you tracery boxes as well. It's just a random chance to gain tracery boxes. And I think there's also dailies, if we check this out quickly, that give you blue tracery boxes essentially for free. There's 2 really easy quests that you can do. You can do them daily, and they give you blue traceries. It's random what you get, but they're really easy to do. So I just mapped to the 21st hall, and I'm taking the Stable Master to Dolven View, which is kind of the first quest hub that you get to, or I guess not the first quest hub, but the first major city, we'll call it, within Moria. It's located in this part of the map. The Great Delving is the first zone you get to after the Walls of Moria. So Walls of Moria, you've earned your legendary items. You go through the doors of Durin, and you enter into Moria, and you come through the Great Delving. So that's where the Dolven View is. This is the Stable Master. Majority of the quest givers are up there. There's the map endpoint. These task board over here. These 2 NPCs. I think I want the spider's nest. Yes. Bring an infused adamant to Fastener, and this one has the same thing. I think Mithril Slaves. Infused. No, let's infuse Garnet. Library of Steel. Infused adamant. Infused adamants are these little guys here. These are random drops off of any mob in Moria and Eregion. They're just random drops. And I think you might be able to buy some off the auction house. You know what? Let's check. I've never actually checked. But they're not bound to character. So look at that. You can buy some off the auction house. They're a little bit expensive because they do have some value, but you can buy them nonetheless. And so you bring them to these 2 NPCs. You complete a little mini dungeon. It is super easy. Even if you're on a higher difficulty, like difficulty 3 or higher, the instance that it takes you to removes the difficulty level for that instance. So it's incredibly easy. At level 60, it's even easier because the mobs are still like level 57 or something like that. So they're not really hard to kill. Incredibly easy, and it gives you this blue tracery box. And when you open up that box, it will give you a variety of traceries. So I've earned all of these traceries just from doing these 2 quests every day. It takes you like maybe 30 minutes to do them both. And yeah, it's just free blue traceries so that you don't have to spend your scripts on them. Because what you want to spend your scripts on are like the blue words of power or words of craft or the heraldries, which I'm still working on this weapon. I think I have, yeah, so I just got my blue single target attack damage just recently, which is a really good one. If you ever get a tracery that you do not like, you can use the flame of Ancalamir to kind of disable them, or not disable them, to eat them, just like you would gear from missions if you've been doing missions a lot. Like for example, this necklace came out of a box from missions, so I can use the flame on it and I get the motes. So you can do that on traceries to, as you can see at the bottom, disenchant to gain scripts. So if you get something that you don't like or you're never going to use, you can disenchant it with the flame and earn scripts and then buy what you want later. I think that's it that I wanted to talk about. I guess what I could quickly mention, so if you're trying to, just because the game doesn't really explain this very clearly, if you're trying to figure out how do I apply a tracery to a weapon that I got, if you have even if it's in your bag or it's equipped, you drag it out of your bag, drag it off of the equipped slot, the weapon or the pocket slot, so to speak, drag it onto this little flame, and it opens up this menu. Then from your bag, you can drag the traceries where you want. You can upgrade the traceries where you want. If you are going from, let's say, this lightning skills tracery was purple, and I have the blue one. If the purple one is at level 60 already, you can replace the tracery with the blue version, and the level 60 will stay. So you don't lose out on the progress that you made. But it has to be the same tracery. That's my understanding. I don't believe you, like, if I took, and I don't really want to experiment this, because, although I guess, well, no, because then I'd lose out on the tracery. So I might not experiment with it, but as an example, I don't believe I can take this blue ancient craft and put it on one of these traceries and it stay at level 60. I don't think that's the case. It might be. But just the important thing is that if you have the yellow version and you're going directly, you want to upgrade it to the purple version or the blue version, don't worry about your progress being reset. If you're replacing a tracery that you don't like with a better one, you might need to re-level it, but it's not that big of a deal. As you can see, I have 21 levels right there, 21 plus another 17 plus 2 increases, so that's 34 levels. Quick math, like 34 or 35 levels. 5 times 3, 15. So there's another 15 levels. So I have a lot of levels that are just sitting in my bag from doing quests and stuff that I can't use right now, and I'm probably not going to use for a bit because I don't need to. So don't worry about the progress being ruined or hard to accomplish. I guess what I could showcase as well before we end the video here is there's these shattered Khazad-dûm traceries, which you need to buy blue ones, blue traceries from the vendor in Rivendell where we were at the beginning of the video, which I can kind of go to in 20 seconds, so maybe I'll do that. You don't need these for purple. You need them for blue, and then there's gold Khazad-dûm traceries or shattered traceries that you would need to get the gold ones. The gold ones are a random drop chance from raids like DN, Narglebug, and the Rift, or not the Rift, sorry, the Vile Maw, the Watcher raid, And also, I think it's the Doom of Lothlorien. Is that it? I just search in Doom here. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Doom of Karis Celebrin. This drops gold level traceries. So, or ways to earn gold level traceries. So that's where you get gold ones from. So these are quite rare. Some of them will appear in your reward track, but there's not a lot of them. Like, here's one. Tracery token. So this is what a tracery token is technically called. So I would get one tracery token. But there's not a lot of them, so you got to spare them wisely. But that's why, like, you can bypass this. This is for, like, you want something specific. This quest, you can bypass the specific way of getting the random box and just hoping you get what you want. And it's daily, so it's no big deal. But yeah, I think that's it. This video took a little bit longer to get out than I wanted it to, and I do apologize for that. I wanted it to do it as soon as Moria came out, but been busy with work. We're a week after Moria's release, so hopefully the timing is okay, though, as more and more people reach level 60, and they're kind of trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you would like to see. Videos that are currently planned is a what to do at level 60 and some class stuff that are tied to maybe the best gear you can get for your class, maybe the best tracery options, because they'll vary from class to class, of course. But generally speaking, just as a quick note, the gear choices for classes will generally be the same. It'll be a mixture of the DN gear that the Barter is on Lothlorien and the Watcher set. There'll be a couple of jewelry options from random different dungeons, but generally speaking, it's going to be the same for everyone. But yeah, if there's something more specific you want with Moria or Lothlorien, let me know. And if you really like Moria content and you love Lord of the Rings, at the end of the video, I'm going to leave a thumbnail or a link. You can click on the next video, and it'll be a script that I worked on quite some time. It's a whole story to the point where, like, I sent it to Amazon before Rings of Power was announced, and Amazon looked at it but then didn't want it. And there's a whole story there, but it's about Balin's expedition to Moria. So if you're really interested in Moria and you just want more Lord of the Rings content to take in while you're leveling, a lot of it is also based off of a specific book quest that you get to encounter in the game, which I think was really fun to do. But yes, it was a script that I wrote as a movie that I transitioned to a TV series. And there's like 8 episodes or so that are like, the episodes themselves are 20 to 30 minutes long. Then there's an extra 15 to 30 minutes at the end where I just do a discussion about the episode. But there's some really good, I think there's some really good stuff and some really fun stuff. I tried to stick close to the lore when writing this script, and I would just love it if you guys watched it and gave me your feedback on it. I don't care if maybe you didn't like it and you want to tell me that you hated it. Go for it. Let me know you hated it. Tell me why you hated it. Because all feedback is valuable to me. I have some plans that I'm doing with the script, but all of that stuff is in those videos. But yeah, there'll be an entire playlist, the full episode, the full season, or the full movie, whatever you want to call it, is fully on the channel. So I'll leave it at the end of this video and go watch it and listen to it while you level. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!